If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC24, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC24 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the Bobby Moore SBC to check out. With this card, we're taking a look at someone who is a player that has long ball pass, jockey plus, anticipate plus, and the slide tackle plus, right? So a couple of different things to work with. This card has a 4-star weak foot. He is 5'10" with a medium high work rate. So I think by default, when it comes to the meta of this game in regards to how defenders generally perform, it is always going to be preferable to have someone who has very, very good pace on a lengthy while also offering you more physical presence, right? That's always going to be like the default thing with the cards. Now, obviously, they have released cards in the past like Alessandro Martinez and stuff, but those are more so for sentimental, in my opinion. So we'll see, because with Moore, there's a lot of interesting things, right? Because the dribbling on the card is really high. And what I'm thinking about when it comes to that specifically is good dribbling stats with a long ball pass, right? That's going to be a really, really key thing to work with, I think, as an actual center back. Can people potentially use them as a CDM? Sure, you could if you start off in a 5-back and then you switch your formation in game. But I just wouldn't really do that at this point. I mean, honestly, in the CDM position, you kind of want intercept plus. You want intercept plus everywhere, but, you know. Yeah, I mean, he looks like an interesting one. For the most part, like I said, he does look like he strays away from the meta of the game, generally speaking, because it's always more preferable to have the taller, more physical guys. That was pretty much the vibes for the entire year, but we'll see. You know, passing stats is in a very good area. Other play styles that he does have a lot of the defensive ones. The only one that he does not have is... What's the last one? The last one is Bruiser, I think, right? Bruiser he doesn't have? Yeah, Bruiser he doesn't have. But he has all of the other things. Now, another interesting thing to work with it when it comes to this Moore card is that as a center back, right, dribbling is very high on the card, but he also has a press proven, right? So the trade-off is having someone that will allow you to transition into the attack really nicely, especially if you have like side position players potentially going for those runs. I tell you guys all the time, long ball pass is a very, very underrated play style for center backs. It's incredible to work with. That's why, in my opinion, I think this goes for anybody, but Van Dijk is an absolute full meta center back because he has that play style and it's so, so helpful to work with in many, many opportunities, right? So a card like this that has dribbling while working with a press proven, I think is a really, really big deal to work with. So it should be an interesting center back to review regardless. So yeah, we'll be using him in the defensive positions. Obviously, we'll see how he plays. Hopefully he's a beast. Wara long ball. Do those first time. Oh my god, a defensive play. Let's go. Solid passing. There's your defensive play. He's getting knocked over. McGrath switch again. Penalty. $94 penalties. I think I'm gonna go down the middle. Never mind. As well there, I'll take that. Manual defending works out. Oh, nice anticipate EA. Oh my goodness gracious, man. At least he gets to that. Please, I don't need the animation on the spot. Just collect the ball. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I do be the meta. That's why I have Chouameni as the right back. LeGron pass downwards. Ball pass downwards. That's Drogba. The shot off with him there. Funny that that wasn't a foul there. Because it literally gets me the ball from putting pressure. Again, I do... so I've actually turned off advanced defending. I haven't really been using advanced defending too much. Just wanted to try something different. But yeah, there I press the tackle button so that he does the... Basically does like the body to body. If you time it correctly, right? That worked out. Oh, I really thought that was going to be like perfect because that's so much space, man. Nice tackle. Actually get to that one. That's at least a play I actually get. Fly challenge. Good. Opens up the space well. Well done. Nice. Score to the near post there. Good stuff. Well, we better get to that. Or else we're cooked there. Oh, I thought he was going to continue that run. We do a Legrand switch, though. Nicely done. Stones couldn't get it, but Moore does afterwards. Got to switch off him so he goes back into position here. I don't know if he blocked it. He did the animation to block, but I have no idea. The aggressive defending worked out there. It is nice that you can dribble with him. Because his dribbling as a center back does not feel bad whatsoever, like on the ball wise, so that you can utilize long ball pass more often. His jockey is nice to work with too, because he's a smaller player. Ground switch, my boy, ground switch. Thank you, sir. And there it is. Utilize long ball pass. Aerial into Drogba. We score that opportunity. Long ball pass again. Oh, I didn't register. Like, I did a tackle, but I just... Maybe he's just not tall enough for him to really aggressively push that. Nice, he gets to that first. Oh, not first to it. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the Moore card. So what's interesting about this card, in my honest opinion, is first of all, we have to mention that this is definitely the most usable version he's ever received in any of the FIFA games, because usually Bobby Moore is complete garbage, to be honest with you, right? Like, they don't really ever make him a good card. Even like when this card came out, like, this is trash too, right? This is just... Why does he cost so much? Oh, is it because of the evolutions? Is that why? Because he costs so much. Oh, estimated SBC price. SBC price, did I do his review? I don't even remember doing his review for an SBC. Anyways, there's this card now, 264k, 100% the most usable version we've ever received, 100%. Defending in this game is cooked, but when you manually defend with this guy, it's kind of like fun to work with in a sense, because your jockey is really fast, right? Because of the high dribbling stats. I will say that the dribbling on the ball to then open up space on that long ball pass, on that regular pass, is fantastic. Like, even his regular passes for like through passes or regular passes come off really nicely. I think what's really important is, you know, even if he doesn't have an aerial plus, he still jumps in a decent way, just not going to be in like the most meta way, because obviously aerial plus is going to be the most meta way of dealing with the general crosses, right? Because he is a smaller player at 5'10", but he's going to have his moments where he'll be able to win it because he still at least has the regular aerial, right? So in regards to usability, the card is actually really, really solid to work with, right? Because of the high dribbling into the long ball pass. Cards like this, if people play in like 5-backs, which I don't like saying out loud, right? But if you play him as like a right center back and you're utilizing those sort of play styles, it would be pretty decent. But even right now, with me using him in a 4-back formation just to open up space in those side areas, is really solid. Do you lack in physical presence with this card in certain situations? Of course, because that's always going to be the top tier meta of this game, is to have the taller, more physical players. But from the style of this sort of player, right, who is not a lengthy, who's a smaller player at 5'10", it's probably one of the best versions of this sort of center back, 100%. Press proven with a dribbling stat increase is a really, really big deal in regards to making him more usable. You know, like in the past, we've had in other FIFAs, we had like what, David Alaba. You know, this year they gave us like a Lisandro Martinez recently, right? But I really believe that this card is definitely very, very solid to work with. Considering he's not a lengthy, considering he's not a tall physical player, like this card can still perform in the meta of the game. It's not just like me telling you, oh, like sentimental value, because I don't believe in sentimental value for this year's game, because meta is so important. And I tell you guys all the time that with your back four, it should be as full meta as possible. But for people who are building some sort of like past and present Manchester United squad, like you can actually put this card in your team and he'll still be able to defend for you, because the manual defending with him is actually pretty fun to work with for the most part, because the jockey is quick. He has the anticipate plus that will work when it can, because you guys know this game is weird sometimes. And yeah, EA is really cringe for not going in a direction of just putting a card like this on the transfer market and actually giving you a proper meta card in the last month and a half of the game, but he still performs okay in the game. One of those ones, right? But yeah, I'll catch you guys for the next one, man. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.